Hey triathletes, you know the grind of race season. Sometimes it feels like there is barely any time to catch your breath before the next big event. The key to performing well in back-to-back triathlons is not just pushing harder, it is knowing how to modify training to recover properly while maintaining fitness for the next race. Today, I will share detailed strategies to help balance recovery and fitness so you can arrive at the start line refreshed and ready. Let's get into it. Adjust training volume to give body time to rebuild. After a tough triathlon or hard training block, the body needs time to rebuild. One common mistake is jumping right back into high-volume training, which leads to fatigue, burnout, or injury. In the first few days after a race, reduce training volume by 50 to 70%. This might mean cutting a 2-hour bike ride down to an easy 45 minutes or swapping a 10-mile run for a light 3-mile jog. By reducing the load, muscles, joints, and the nervous system get the recovery needed while staying active. As days pass, gradually increase volume again by small increments. Try adding 10 to 15% back into training each week based on how the body feels. Feeling fresh and energized is more important than hitting big numbers. Prioritize active recovery sessions, movement over intensity. Active recovery is one of the best ways to keep fitness up without overloading the system. After a tough race, replace intense swim, bike, and run sessions with lighter, low-intensity versions. Instead of a tempo run, try a slow, easy-paced jog. Swap out hard intervals in the pool for a smooth technique-focused swim. The goal is to keep the body moving, get blood flowing, and promote muscle recovery without adding strain. A good rule for active recovery is keeping effort at about 60 to 65% of maximum. This should feel comfortable rather than challenging. Sessions should be shorter, about 30 to 60 minutes depending on the sport. Light activity helps flush out lactic acid, improves circulation, and reduces muscle stiffness while maintaining aerobic fitness. Focus on technique and skill development. When not pushing through high-intensity efforts, recovery periods are the perfect time to focus on technique and skills often overlooked during regular training. Work on swim stroke mechanics by fine-tuning the catch, pull, and body position. On the bike, practice handling skills, cornering, and smooth pedal strokes. For running, focus on posture, cadence, and foot strike. These sessions are low impact but incredibly beneficial. Sharpening technique improves efficiency, prevents injury, and keeps the mind engaged in training. Technique-focused workouts put less stress on the body than hard efforts, making them perfect for recovery phases. Cross-train to maintain fitness and build strength. Cross-training is a great way to maintain fitness while reducing strain on the muscle groups used in triathlon. Activities like yoga, Pilates, or strength training target different muscle groups, build core stability, and improve flexibility without stressing fatigued swim, bike, and run muscles. Other options like hiking or stand-up paddleboarding challenge the body in different ways while keeping training exciting. These activities help maintain cardiovascular fitness, build muscle, and reduce the risk of overuse injuries, making them a great addition to a recovery plan. Gradually reintroduce intensity. Patience is key. After a few days of recovery, start bringing intensity back into training slowly. Jumping straight into high-intensity intervals can lead to setbacks since the body may not be fully recovered. Start with short, low-intensity intervals. Try adding zone 2 to 3 work on the bike or short controlled tempo efforts in running. These should be significantly easier than peak training sessions, but enough to wake up the body and introduce some stress. Over a week or two, gradually increase intensity and duration. If the body responds well, return to threshold work or longer tempo sessions. Listening to the body is key. Feeling overly tired means backing off intensity. Rushing this process leads to lingering fatigue or injury. Build in strategic rest days with recovery as part of the plan. Rest days should be a strategic part of the training plan, especially between races. After a tough triathlon, take 1 or 2 full rest days to allow complete recovery. This might mean no exercise at all or very light activity like walking or gentle stretching. Rest days should continue even after ramping up training again to prevent overtraining and burnout. These days allow the body to adapt to training stresses, making athletes stronger, faster, and more resilient when returning to hard efforts. Recovery is not about doing nothing. It is about being smart with training. If these tips were helpful, like this video and subscribe for more expert triathlon advice. See you at the next start line.